Everyone, let us now move to the third control access method, that is token passing. In token passing method, all the stations in a network, they are all connected in the form of a logical ring. We have seen the ring topology already. So in the form of logical ring, all the stations are connected, and obviously we know that whenever the stations are connected, the nodes are connected in logical ring fashion, each node has got a predecessor and successor. Okay, one is predecessor and the other one is successor. Predecessor means this node. For node 2, predecessor is node 1 and successor is node 4. So each node in the ring structure will know its predecessor and the successor. So this is important parameter. So in the ring like fashion, the stations are connected. A special packet called token is circulated among these stations in the ring. This is a special packet called token. Now we will just go through the different structures, the topologies in token passing method. First one is the physical ring. This we have seen in the ring topology. All the nodes, all the stations, they are connected in the form of a ring, and each node, each station has a predecessor and the successor. So whenever, assume that station 1 is now sending the data and it has a token with it. Okay, and once station 1 sends the data and it finishes sending the data, its data transmission is over, it will pass the token from this to the second, that is its successor. The token is passed to second station in the ring. So whichever station has the token, it will have the right to send the data, that is to use the channel. So after 2 finishes sending the data, it will pass the token to its successor, that is station number 4. So in this way, this topology works. Token passing, the token is being passed, circulated in this ring structure. So here the token need not have to have the address of which node has to have the authority. For example, obviously if 1 completes the transmission, it has to be passed to 2 only in the ring, because for 1, 2 is its successor. For 2, 4 is its successor. For 4, 3 is its successor. So no need to define the address in the token. Simply passing the token will work. But one disadvantage with this topology is, if any one link fails, then the entire system crashes. That one thing is to be pointed out. Okay, and let us move to the second structure, that is dual ring. It is similar to our physical ring structure, but however this one is a single ring. The dual ring that you can see here, it is kept for emergency services only. For example, assume that 1 is sending the data, it has a token. If 1 is completed, then it will pass the token to 2. Then 2 has the right to access the channel, access the link and send the data. After completing 2's transmission, it will pass the token to 4. While transmitting the token, while transferring the token from 2 to 4, if this link fails, assume that time in the emergency the other link auxiliary link, the secondary link, it will come into picture and it will act between 2 and 4. Through that auxiliary link, token will be received by station number 4. And after this gets repaired, whatever problem is there, if it is being identified and got repaired, then it will again, the secondary link will again go back to its idle state, and this primary link, it will come into picture. So this, in the dual ring, the first ring is as per the physical ring. However, the secondary ring, what you can see, it is only kept for emergency services. Okay. Now coming to the third structure, it is a bus ring structure. We know that in the bus structure, a common line, common channel is shared among the devices. So here also you can see a common line, common bus is shared among all 4 stations. Okay. In the bus, what happens? Stations are connected to a single cable called bus. Okay. However, there is a logical ring present. How? Because even though all are connected to a single cable, each station knows its successor and the predecessor. For 2, 1 is the predecessor and 4 is the successor. Likewise, even though they are connected to a common cable, common bus, they know their predecessor and the successor. So because of that, a logical connection has been formed among them. The only difference between this physical ring and this bus ring is, here it was the address was not necessary along with the token to send, because the successor was known. Even though here is also the same, but however, a token should have the address of the next station which wants to transmit. Token should include the address. That is the difference. Station with the address. Okay. Assume that station 1 is now sending the data and token is with station 1. It is accessing the medium. No doubt its successor is 2, but assume that in the structure station 4 has something now to send. That time station 1 will transfer the token to station 4 because the token has the address of station 4. So in the token, whichever address is available, whichever address is matching, that particular station will have the authority to use the channel, use the medium. So the difference between these two is, here address was not required, here address is required. Now the fourth structure, that is star ring. Even though here you can see in the star topology, what will happen? A hub, common hub or a switch will be there through which all remaining nodes or the stations are connected. This is one single hub or switch. Remaining all nodes are connected like this. Here there is no ring looking, but logically inside, if you just observe the connections inside, station 1 is connected to the hub, and from the hub again one wiring is going to station 1. Similarly for station 2, 4 and 3. So because of these rings are appearing. This forms the ring structure. Because of the internal wiring of this structure, ring has been formed inside, even though it is a star structure. Okay, a common hub, it acts as the connecting medium. Now, in star topology, there is a hub at the center, it acts as a connector. The wiring, whatever is inside the hub, it will make the ring, as we have seen it just now. The stations, they are connected to the ring through the connections. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 rings are available. This topology makes the network less prone to failure. Why? Assume that this is now presently working. Station 1 has the token, and station 1 completes the data transmission through hub, and after completion it has to transfer the token to the station 3. Okay, station 1 wants to transfer it to station 3 because station 3 wants to send the data. In between something happens and this link fails. Assume, even though this link is getting failed, hub will simply ignore this part and will continue to work for remaining 3 stations. Even though this part has stopped, it will continue for the remaining 3 stations. In this way, even though some failure has occurred in the link, the total system will not shut down. It will work partially. That is what the advantage of the star ring topology. Because in this topology, if any one link goes down, simply it will be bypassed by the hub. Hub will ignore it, and the rest of this, it will operate with the rest of the stations. Okay, and also one more important thing, any addition or removing of the stations in the star ring topology, it is easier. Okay, if you don't want this first station, you can simply work with this, or if you want to add one more station here, simply add 5th station. That's it. So addition or removal of stations is easier because wiring will be simpler because of the hub structure. This is how the token passing method works, wherein the token is circulated among the stations in a network.